year 2024 is almost over, but guys, that doesn't mean that the crypto market is done yet. I'm looking for 3 major long positions on Bitcoin, Ethereum and Chainlink. Let's dive straight into the Bitcoin chart and let's see what we can find. As I've stated to you guys a few weeks ago, Bitcoin is now indeed ranging. And what we can see over here is that Bitcoin is having a beautiful range low right here and that Bitcoin has a range high level right over here. Now we know that we can trade this range until it breaks. We can see that we have seen a deviation above the range high. And we know that after deviation above the range high, technically speaking, the range low should be the new objective for Bitcoin. Now, personally, I'm not looking for shorts. I'm only willing to play along upon a deviation beneath the range low. We can also see that around the range low is where we have this massive wick that we created to the downside over here. And we know that these wicks, they always tend to get filled at least for 50%, which is what happened over here before we saw a push to the upside, or for 100%. Now, since we are this close to this wick, I'm only willing to play along once we take out the wick right over here. Now, how am I looking to execute that long? I'm awaiting a push beneath the range low. And once we get the push into that liquidity pool, because of these equal lows and because of this massive wick, there's plenty of liquidity resting beneath that range low. And also during this deviation over here, many people were breakout longing the price of Bitcoin. And where were they looking to place their stop loss? Exactly beneath the range low and beneath the wick right over here. So plenty of liquidity that smart money can use to mitigate and to fill their buy orders over here before reversing the price back towards the upside, back towards the range high, and maybe even back towards new all-time highs. Now, how are we going to execute this? We are going to await a push into that liquidity pool. And once Bitcoin pushes into that liquidity pool, you want to await confirmation on the 50-minute or 1 hourly time frame for a high probability reversal play. So that means that either I want to see like a 2 dive towards the upside, followed by another rejection from the range low level. If we then reclaim the range low level in confluence with the break of structure over here, you have yourself a very high probability long play. You can simply market long Bitcoin over here as long as your RR is like 1.8 or higher, and then we target the range high. Now, a second confirmation that we can await before we hop into a long is to get a push beneath the range low, followed by a fake break of structure over here. If that fake break of structure is engineering some more liquidity over here beneath this low, we want to see one push to the downside, then another push to the upside. If we then break structure, we once again have ourselves a high probability long trigger. You can mark a long invalidation beneath the low of the deviation, targeting a range high liquidity pool. So that means that we have 2 kind of confirmations that we can await before we dive into a long. Wait for the price to mitigate the range low liquidity pool, then wait for a high probability reversal play based off the correct confirmations, and no confirmation means no trade. Now, Ethereum is in my opinion a lot stronger than Bitcoin. Ethereum already took out major sales of liquidity right over here, and ever since then it has been consolidating and it has been compressing right over here in a pretty tight range. Now, what I do personally think is that if Bitcoin takes out the low over here, I think Ethereum will form a higher low. How so? Because that would also mean that we are going to form an SMT divergence. If Ethereum forms a higher low and Bitcoin forms a lower low, we are forming an SMT divergence, and this is usually a high probability reversal pattern and a high probability indication, I would say, for a potential reversal. So what I'm personally going to do on Ethereum is mark out the liquidity pool that we have over here and the liquidity pool that we have right over here. If Ethereum takes out either one of these liquidity pools and provides me with the correct confirmation for a reversal, I'm going to hop into a major swing long targeting new all-time highs. Now, what can a potential reversal in this case look like? For example, when we sweep the lows over here. Now, by sweeping the lows over here, the high that brought us to that low over here becomes a significant high to break. That high also swept the high over here. Therefore, it becomes even more significant. If we then manage to reclaim that high over here and get a confirmed break of structure, we can long the pullback right over here and we can target new all-time highs for Ethereum. And this is also, according to the cycle, a logical play. Invalidation over here, targeting brand new all-time highs, and that offers a major RR of, I think, approximately 7. And this is a beautiful RR trade and a high probability trade. Now, if we don't get the confirmation like this, and we are going to take out the second low right over here for Ethereum, then I want to await local strong confirmation. So in that case, I'm not looking for a break of this high. No, in that case, I'm awaiting confirmation within this local piece of price action over here. Then I'm awaiting a similar confirmation as I just explained for Bitcoin. So either a 2 dive towards the upside, followed by a push down, followed by another push up, break of structure, and then we play the higher low and we target higher levels. As long as Ethereum is not going to take out the liquidity, I'm not interested in longs. Can Ethereum pump from here towards new all-time highs? Yes, it can, but I'm not too fast. I'm not too interested in that. I want Ethereum to give us a high probability reversal play, and without high probability confirmations, I'm simply not interested in playing a long. Now you might be wondering, but Jip, can't we play this with a limit long order and put our invalidation beneath that low for Ethereum? In my opinion, that's a low probability play, since the hour 4 trend is kind of shifted to the downside. So I would really await the confirmation within our POIs before you hop into longs. Now what those confirmations can be, that is up to you. I just gave you a few examples of the kind of confirmation that I would like to wait for in order for the bulls to show their strength before I hop in. But personally, I wouldn't be playing limit longs. But for Chainlink, the chart that we are going over right now, you can be playing limit longs. I think the Chainlink chart is absolutely stunning, guys, with a range high level over here, and we have a beautiful range low level right over here. Very simple play. We have seen a deviation above the range high. Now we know that Chainlink very often can trade in a range for a very long time. Now I'm simply going to anticipate a deviation beneath the range low over here, and this is where I'm going to set some limit long orders with my invalidation beneath a certain low. So let's say we are indeed going to take out the range low and we are indeed going to take out the wick over here. This is where I'll be looking to start building my swing long position on Chainlink with as a new target the equal highs over here, which are a clear draw on liquidity in my opinion. Now, where's my invalidation going to be? When we look at the daily chart, there's two interesting things that I'm noticing. The first interesting thing is this major green candle over here. Now, those major green candles often get taken out. Often the low of those major green candles at some point are going to get taken out, which means that if we take out the low of this candle, I'm looking to add some more to my long position, which means that I'm going to play 2 different limit long orders. Actually, guys, I'm going to play it with 3, but the third order is VIP info only. If you guys aren't part of the Discord server, make sure to join the Discord server through the link in the description down below. You can check out our new link tree right there. What I'm also noticing about this daily chart is this daily fair value gap that was getting mitigated not once, no, it was getting mitigated twice with these lows over here, which means that in my opinion, to remain bullish, we need to hold those lows as an invalidation for our bullish thesis. So if I mark out this low, this is going to be my invalidation for both entries, and we know that the target was right over here. So if Chainlink is going to fill our orders and reverse back towards the upside, it is going to offer a beautiful RR of 3.37 from that first entry point, and an even better RR of 4.83 from that third or second entry point. Now let's say these orders are indeed going to get filled and Chainlink is going to confirm the deviation with the confirmations that I explained on Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, like this. What you can do in that case is tighten your stop loss over here to that low, once it has found a new invalidation based off the right confirmations, and then enter another long position right over here with that same invalidation and the same target. This way, you compound the profits along the way up and you maximize your profits along the way up.